the depth in like specifically like fighting games in general, but also because in Smash there are so many ways out of disadvantage.
I mean, that's what keeps it interesting. It's those layers that every stage of this game, a neutral advantage, disadvantage has naturally to it.
It's now we're looking at Yoshi versus Terry, a character with fairly good neutral and a good combo game, and then a character with like not so good neutral, but a very potent combo game. Like Terry opens you up with a down tilt, opens you up with the jabs. Seeing a lot of crack shoots here, but all it takes is a good power dunk.
Yeah, Terry is also a very hard character to like keep on lockdown. You know, it's a character that is very deceptively safe. A lot of really surprisingly ambiguous options that he has in his pockets.
And so I was playing Gan before the bracket started, and one thing I noted that like I see a lot here again is like he's very good on his confirms when he gets them, but when it comes to like the straight hit game, he knows his nair, he knows his back air, and raw A, but it's going to take a mile and a half to try and catch him approaching you with anything that isn't those buttons. So I think it's going to be against a character like Terry, who has kind of like a 1-2 button neutral. It's going to be tricky for him to find like the opening C1s. And we already kind of see Judas running away with the game, just throwing out the nairs, throwing out the down airs. But go online, but Gan just chases him right off the stage.
Yeah, Gan is actually the one that knocked me out of Redemption. Very, very solid understanding of his character, and he definitely like has a good grasp on that combo game. His approaches can be a little bit predictable, but you know, once he's going, he's going. You know, he gets those hits in, and he will pretty consistently call you out for stuff. The other thing too is he's a very safe player. Like if he's going for something, it's because he's going to hit it.
So now we're kind of in the situation, we saw him like kind of like looking back and forth for those forward tilts, the up tilts, trying to get a combo started, but I think that's another thing I'm just realizing that, you know, he does the B reverse neutral B a lot. He likes to land on you with that, catch you in the shield if you think he's going to land on you with like the nair or the back air. But very rarely will you actually catch him like throwing out a regular grab. Like that's neutral B. He went for it twice. He just let it rip.
Yeah, I mean, all the power to him.
So it's one of those things where it's like, at that point, he has no grounded approach game, which is kind of not working out in his favor. He's always coming at you with an aerial. And if you can expect that as Terry, we just saw the powered up, I forget the name of the move. Spin upper. I'm going to call it that from now on. Up B.
Rising tackle.
Rising tackle. Thank you.
Okay, took me a second.
I knew it was rising
trying to like.
Thank you. But yeah, so I think Terry has a good grounded game, and it's not to say Yoshi doesn't either, but he's going to need to find a way to kind of like break that space. Judas is very comfortably just like not only going air to air, but also just kind of like literally crack shooting at him, like with no regard to his own safety.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I would agree with that.
Judas looking right at the camera. He's locked in.
The stare down.
Lock in!
Just the
he knows.
deadpan stare down. You love to see it. PS2 is our stage of choice for game number 2. We were on PS2 for game 1, weren't we?
Yep, yes.
Okay, so
they just jumped into it.
Back.
Yep.
Definitely, I mean, you know, I like that mentality. You know, you don't think that was the stage that was the problem. It's just adjustments that you have to make. Definitely a strong mentality to go into the second game with. I am interested to see if we see some more grounded approaches. It does, as you mentioned before, it's definitely one of Gon's weak points. It's a lot of the nairs, it's a lot of the back airs.
Trying to go for the back air there. And so I think if this could honestly be a matchup where like he benefits a lot more just from throwing eggs nonstop. Honestly, there's a neutral B getting some mileage there, but immediately comboed out of it. That's something you want to make sure you are confident in catching the timing out of, be it with a down air or a down B, to make sure they're not pressing buttons out of it for free. And ooh.
Big power geyser call out to get that first stock. Judas looking extremely comfortable. One of the other interesting things about this matchup for Gan is that a lot of these like up close and personal scrap situations, if you ever approach with something that's negative on hit or doesn't send Terry that far, those like punishing hits are and those little back and forths, and every trade situation for that matter, if it's like a really close trade, it's going to be going in Terry's favor because he just has such a better up-close grounded burst game.
And see, like Judas is knowing, like, you know, Gan is not, again, he's not matching him in like the ground game, and he's just getting his money's worth out of that power guys. Because if he, you know, Yoshi's scary in the air, right? That nair, the back air, the up tilt, or the up air, right? It's not someone like Terry has the buttons to contest, and he knows it. He's just power geyser, power geyser, power geyser, power geyser, and
a 3-stock to close out.
Judas got go, and he said, how far? And he took it to the end. 3-stock. Very